The sudden demise of ABBA KYARI, Buhari's right-hand man. In fact, some people have said he is the brain, he is the one ruling the nation, and Buhari is just a man enjoying retirement. ABBA KYARI's death, end of surrogate presidency, and the coming chaos. This opinion is shared by Perogi. To say I was shocked by ABBA KYARI's death, he said, would be to tell a lie. Being an asthmatic patient already, who routinely had breathing problems that necessitated periodic trips to London hospitals, in addition to being a diabetic who was older than 65, it would have been nothing short of miracle if he had survived COVID-19. As you know, COVID-19 is a virus, the coronavirus itself, that attacks the respiratory system. So if someone has breathing problems, has asthma, the coronavirus stops breathing. It makes it difficult for people to breathe. So if you already had the problem, definitely the valves of his lungs will close up and he might not be able to even have air pass through his body, and his heart will not be able to pump blood, and it will be difficult for him to stay that long. Coupled with the diabetic issues, how will the body handle the shock, the diabetic shock, and all of those things? So it will be very difficult for him. And that is why anyone that has diabetes or asthma or any issue, any underlying health issue, the person has to be very careful. Even every other person has to be extremely careful. I've seen videos of people out there not observing the social distancing as a result of the cry for food and all of that. I understand all of this. Your government has left you. Your government has left you down. Anyway, in spite of who he was, especially the last 5 years of his life on earth, as a Muslim, I won't speak ill of him in that. This is according to Farouk Berogi. The Islamic rules and regulations and doctrines, you don't speak ill of the death. Even some Christians will say the same. Don't speak of ill of someone that is not there to protest. Although right now, people are not observing this. I've seen comments. People are saying that ABBA KYARI, the tormentor, is dead. ABBA KYARI, the evil man, is dead. People are not even observing that. Do not speak ill of death at all. They are saying exactly what they believe and what they think ABBA KYARI is. So, but I won't write undeserving and deodorizing posthumous extollments of him either. That would be as bad as, or even worse than, celebrating his death. With ABBA KYARI's death, Nigeria is now truly leaderless. Buhari is practically in the land of the living dead. He is a breathing mannequin whose only reason for living is to prove he isn't dead in order to justify the continuity of the rule in his name. ABBA KYARI ruled the country on Buhari's behalf. In a viral February 22nd, 2020 column titled "The Tragedy of ABBA KYARI Surrogate President," this line appeared sometime in the midpoint of last year. A northern retired general told me ABBA KYARI said in private that people who vilify him do not realize that without him, Nigeria would be rulerless and descend into chaos. Now he's gone, and the chaos he talked about will start in the coming days and weeks. Maman Daura, Buhari's nephew, who introduced ABBA KYARI to Buhari, isn't only old. He is now in his early 80s also, just the same age range as ABBA KYARI. He is also now isolated from Buhari, thanks to ABBA KYARI, as he also might be suffering from the virus, and he might be asymptomatic. Simply put, he has the virus positive, but he's not showing signs. Who knows? Or he's already going through treatment and waiting for his own time. Babagana Kingbe, who has been acting on KYARI's behalf and who will probably formally replace him, doesn't quite know Buhari in the same way that ABBA KYARI did. There is a yawning, potentially disorienting power vacuum in the presidential villa now, which actually emerged really visible since ABBA KYARI went out of circulation before his eventual demise, his death. This is the time that the VP should take on, if he is not sick, terribly sick. This is the time the vice president should stand up and begin to do the needful. Watch out for Aisha Buhari to assert herself more aggressively and to work to grab power in the fashion that Turai Yaradua did. In fact, she already started this the moment Abba Kyari took ill. One of the first things Aisha did was to cause Jalal Arabi, Permanent Secretary of the State House and Kyari youthful protege, to be redeployed from the villa to crush the connection. The remnants of the cabal will, of course, fight back. There will be internal tussle amongst them, but the fight between Aisha and the members of the cabal, who are merely KYARI's proteges, would be a fight in the dark because they do not have the office, they do not have the voice to speak publicly. They can only call columnists or call some newspaper men, call some people to speak here and there. They do not have that clout. They do not have it to come out to attack Aisha Buhari directly. They only do it using proxies. Now there will be an emergency meeting amongst them to quickly call and look for somebody that they will present to Buhari, who will take over the realms of affair and control the nation. A lot of people have wished that it was Buhari, Abba Kyari, and all the goons that are running the nation as if it's their own private, personal business, vendetta upon vendetta, and a lot of things, the rule of law being disobeyed. They thought that would have been the best. And eventually, if the vice president is not dead, it will take over automatically the realms of affairs. This is what I forecasted and I saw earlier, but right now they are presenting Buhari to us as someone that is healthy. Buhari would have succumbed to this if he had the virus, but we don't know what's really happening. Anyway, the thing is that it seems as if Buhari himself, he doesn't connect or contact Abba Kyari per se, aside maybe they talk on phone. If not, Buhari would have been infected with this virus because they would have sat down. Or maybe when he came to visit Buhari, I don't know, something is missing there. Something is missing there. Or Buhari already knew that there is a virus in circulation, he has been told. And when Abba Kyari returned, he rather did not meet Abba Kyari. He spoke to Abba Kyari on phone to update himself. So, like I said, there will be a fight in the dark because Buhari, who is supposed to intervene, is an insentient being who barely, someone who is barely alive. That's just it. The infighting will create noticeable cracks in Buhari's group. And that crack, will see Osibanjo, Tinubu, and other interest group using the opportunity to exploit and to further feather their nest and advance their own interest. And what is this interest? Interest of 2023, or pushing to see if Osibanjo can take on, if he's not sick, terribly sick, to see if Osibanjo can take on the realms of affairs and government. And with this, for sure, they believe that 2023 is sure for Tinubu or whoever is going to mount that podium. But somehow the chess play of life and death seems to be in favor of Buhari at the moment. Yes, IPOB members say he's dead, he's dead, he's dead. But somehow it seems as if we've not seen the remains of Jubril al-Sudani, just like that of Abba Kyari at the moment. So we can as well say the impostor is hale and healthy, even though if it's Buhari himself, he's hale and healthy. He's not sick, he's not dead at the moment. So that chess game is not being played out properly the way they wanted it. Maybe they will find a way to contact him with someone that is sick, but Buhari is not meeting anybody. In fact, he is staying away from every other person, aside when he wanted to collect the check that the United EU brought to him, the European Union brought. They all kept this social distance. So we don't know what will become of this. Buhari will be extremely careful. He will not meet anybody so as not to be infected. Now that Abba Kyari is dead, Buhari will be extremely, in fact, Buhari will not leave his domain. He will not leave his domain. I believe his wife will be the only person preparing food for him. Buhari will not even trust any other person in the villa to prepare his food. His wife will be the person preparing food 24 hours. And if somebody's going to prepare the food, I think the personal chef will not have left the Aso Rock, his room, or wherever he is, wherever he's hiding at the moment. So in the coming days and months, expect the cessation of any pretense to governance and unprecedentedly factious dog-eat-dog recriminatory fight between competing power blocks. It's going to be tough. It's going to be extremely tough. Let's see how this turns out to be starting from today.